Welcome to our Advent journey following the path of Our Lady of Guadalupe and Saint Juan Diego. Today is the start of our third week, and as you know, first week it was about faith, meditating on how faith moves us to conversion. The second week was about hope, and now you can guess it, love. Love is the virtue, the theological virtue that moves us to conversion, in which we'll be meditating on this whole week. So just like every other week, we'll kick off by reading the longer segment of the Nican Mopowa, which we'll be diving into every single day of this week. Let's go. And on Tuesday, while it was still dark, Juan Diego left his house, going to call a priest in Tlatelolco. As he came near the little hill at the foot of Tepeyac, where the road descends towards the setting sun, the very place where he had passed before, he thought, "If I go straight along the road, I may be seen by this noble lady, and surely, as before, she will stop me to carry the sign to the bishop, just as she commanded me. But first, let her allow our grief to be eased. Let me hurry to call the priest whom my poor uncle awaits." Then he turned aside, going around the hill, climbing across the middle, and passing over the eastern slope, so that he could reach Mexico quickly, without being delayed by the Queen of Heaven. He thought by taking this way, she would not see him, she who in truth sees perfectly everywhere. But she had already seen him from the summit, as she had before, and she descended to meet him. She came out to meet him, intercepting his steps at the side of the hill. And she said to him, "My son, the least of all, what is the matter? Where are you going? Where is your path leading you?" Perhaps he was ashamed. Perhaps he was embarrassed, or perhaps even afraid and startled. He bowed low before her, greeted her, and said, "My young lady, my little daughter, my girl, I pray you are well this morning. How are you feeling, my lady, my child? With sorrow I must grieve your face, your heart. I must tell you, my little maiden, that one of your servants, my uncle, is very gravely ill. A great sickness has taken hold of him, and surely he will soon die. I am hurrying now to your venerable house in Mexico to call one of the beloved servants of our Lord, one of the priests, so that he may confess him and prepare him. For this is why we are born, we who come into this world, to await the labor of our death. But once I have fulfilled this, I will return here to carry your venerable word, your venerable message. My lady, my little maiden, forgive me, have patience with me still. I am not deceiving you, my little daughter, my child. Tomorrow, without fail, I will return in haste." When the compassionate, perfect Virgin heard the words of Juan Diego, she replied, "Listen, put it in your heart, my son, the least of all. Let nothing frighten you. Let nothing trouble you. Do not let your face nor your heart be disturbed. Do not fear this sickness, nor any other sickness, nor any sharp sorrow. Am I not here? I, who have the honor and joy of being your mother? Are you not beneath my shadow, under my protection? Am I not the fountain of your joy? Are you not in the hollow of my mantle, in the crossing of my arms? Do you need anything else? Let nothing else afflict you, disturb you. Let not the illness of your uncle trouble you, for he will not die of it now. Be assured, he is already healed." And at that very moment, as was later known, her word was fulfilled. His uncle was healed. And when Juan Diego heard the venerable word, the venerable breath of the Queen of Heaven, his heart was at peace. Calm was restored in his spirit. Immediately, he begged her to send him as the messenger to the bishop, to carry the sign, the proof, so that he might believe her. Then the heavenly Queen commanded him to climb to the summit of the little hill, where he had seen her before. She said, "Climb, my son, the least of all, to the top of the hill where you saw me, where I gave you my charge. There you will see spread out many different flowers. Cut them, gather them, bring them here to me." And Juan Diego went up the hill. When he reached the summit, he marveled greatly at the many flowers that spread there. Blossoms open, varied, beautiful, splendid, like those of Castile, though it was not their season, for it was the time of frost. Yet the flowers poured forth the most delicate fragrance, like precious pearls, like jewels drenched in dew. At once he began to cut them, gathered them all, and placed them in the hollow of his tilma. For in truth, on that rocky summit, no flowers ever grew, only thorns, spiny plants, cactus, and mesquite in abundance. And if ever small herbs were seen, December's frost would destroy them. He came down and brought the varied flowers to the celestial maiden. When she saw them, she took them in her venerable hands. Then she placed them again in the hollow of Juan Diego's tilma and said, "My son, the least of all, these varied flowers are the proof, the sign you shall take to the bishop. In them let him see my desire, and by them let him fulfill my will. And you, my messenger, in you I place all my trust, and I strictly command you, before no one else, but only in the presence of the bishop, unfold your tilma and show what you carry. Tell him all in detail, how I sent you to the summit, to the hill, to cut the flowers, and all that you saw and marveled at. In this way you will move the heart of the ruler priest, so that he will decree that my sacred house be raised as I have asked." And when the celestial queen had given her command, he set out along the causeway straight toward Mexico. He went full of joy. His heart was calm, for now all would go well, and the flowers would be received. He guarded carefully what lay in the hollow of his tilma, lest any should fall. He delighted in the fragrance of the precious flowers. This week, we'll meditate on charity in conversion. It's also the week where we actually see, at least in my opinion, like this is Juan Diego's true moment of conversion, where he moves his heart so much, right, from being depressed and being struck by this very sharp sorrow into becoming a true messenger, filled with joy, enjoying, delighting himself in the fragrance of these precious flowers. So we'll see that God works several miracles in this part of the story. And Juan Diego is simply just struck by it all. The words of Our Lady of Guadalupe, the healing of his uncle, the flowers, the great message. He goes from walking in the secret with a heavy, sad heart, embarrassed and trying to hide himself until enjoying the aroma of these precious flowers. Everything God invites Juan Diego to do, to go and give the message, to go and carry the sign, it doesn't happen without first God tending to and caring for his own being, for himself. Like he's a beloved son. And being so, our Blessed Mother is interested first in healing his heart, restoring him, and then sending him out. That's such a beautiful restoration, what we'll see during this week. And charity is like this, right? First, we receive God's charity. We receive the very love of God that floods our life and just sharpens our entire existence. And from there, a charitable heart is propelled to participate in the missions that God has for us. And his purpose is like it's first about being, then it's about doing. If our heart is far from this offering charity, from being charitable to our neighbor, well, it's because it's far from being loved by God. We'll delve deeper into this message or this idea during the week, but I just want to leave you with this motivation. We're reaching the point where God is going to demonstrate his power and love in your life. Are you willing to receive it just like Juan Diego? Are you willing to present yourself with your brokenness, your worries, your sadness? It's only that from that sincerity that God can actually do something to transform your life. Now, this is the moment. After that, it's just mission, and we'll see that the following steps of the Nican Mopo is about Juan Diego just bringing messages. But really, this is the moment where we need to take this to heart on how is this changing us? How is the message of Our Lady of Guadalupe changing our hearts? Let's just allow ourselves to be taken by the Lord during this week with his love and his great and powerful mercy. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful start of the week. God bless. This podcast is brought to you by Juan Diego Network, a project by Juan Diego and Friends Incorporated, a nonprofit seeking to attract people on the internet to in-person Christian community and the sacraments. Visit JuanDiegoandFriends.com to check out our other missionary initiatives.